The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside beautiful Arrington Ice Arena for tonight's NCAA Division III men's ice hockey matchup between the Bulldogs of Adrian College and the Sabres of Marian University. Get your popcorn out, folks. This is going to be a good one. Calvin Keys joined by Ryan Cuddy. Cuddy, thanks for joining me tonight. What's the emphasis for Adrian if they want to come out with a win? And on the other side of things, what does Marian have to do to topple the #1 team in the nation?
Yeah, I mean, I think Adrian pretty much every game, obviously, this season, they're going to have a target on their back, being the #1 ranked team in the country, being the reigning national champions. I think, obviously, so far their offense has clearly ran through Matus Spodniak in these first few games. 8 goals in 4 games for Adrian College. And I think for Marian, they're going to have to figure out a way to slow him down. You know Marian's going to come out with a whole lot of energy in these first 20 minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see how Adrian can kind of see if they can jump on Marian earlier, if the Sabres are going to have something else in store for the Bulldogs.
As we get set for the Bulldogs NCHA conference opener tonight against Marian, let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Bulldogs. Their starting line will be Ty N, Sam Ruppin, and Hunter Wentz. On defense, Terry Ryder and Jaden Shields. And in net, there's Sean Stewart. For Marian, they have Jordan Simoneau, Nick Cherkowski, and Jack Sampson. On defense, Alex Rondeau and Nolan Katachuk. And in net, Colby Muse. Marian moving left to right on your screen in the black uniforms. Adrian going right to left in the white as we get things started. Marian will play it down low. And the first test tonight for Deshaun Stewart getting the start. Stewart has a .929 save percentage and a 2.07 goals against average coming into the game. Junior out of Amherstburg, Ontario, gets the start as we get a face-off in the Bulldog zone. This is one back for Terry Ryder, plays it over for Shields. Shields will move it up the boards, cannot be played out by Wentz. Finally, the puck will move forwards, gets it to Ty Enns. Interestingly enough, a transfer from Marian University, played last season with the Bulldogs, helping them capture their first national championship in program history. But the year before that, he was a Marian Sabre. Sabres will play it forward here. Jack Sampson backhands down low. And into chase here is Terry Ryder. He is hit hard, down in a heap, along with Jordan Simoneau. Spodniak playing up the other way. We talked about him in the open. 8 goals in 4 games. He has been electric. Up again here is James Nee. Save made Stewart the rebound. Swiping at it there was Adam Nobes. Played along the near wall. Nobes will turn forward. He'll fire that one wide past Stewart's left post. Good chance for Marian off the turnover. Bulldogs have a tendency to have a bit of a slow start, really feeling out the opposition as Spodniak tried to bank it through for Heinz. That was cut off by Shaw, but here's Matus Spodniak again up the left wing. Drop pass for Heinz, a low shot. And a right pad stop made by Colby Muse. It's turned over, and here's Brad Summers, and again a shot that was saved as well. Bulldogs cycling it here in the offensive zone. Sabres play it around the wall. Chasing after it is Moseman. Just outside the Marian blue line, Spencer will regroup. Heinz wiring it in. Muse will go out of his goal to play it and leaves it for his defenseman Matthew Shaw, the freshman out of White Lake, Michigan. Trying to get a stick on that pass forwards was Kaljan. Nonetheless, Sabres work it into the offensive zone. Babyak rims it around the wall. Bulldogs play it D to D. Pass was too far ahead of Kaljan. Picked up again by Patosha. Skips by Marchaliti. Pinching in to grab this one again is Babyak. Saucered into the slot where it is knocked down by Ritchie. Mason Ritchie crosses over center. He'll chip it in deep. Back to pick it up is Klein. Backhanded over for Babyak. Now looking rink wide for John Kaljan again. Kaljan, a junior out of South Lyon, Michigan. Very close by the campus of Adrian College. Spagnolo couldn't paddle it down. He'll collide with Brady Pup. Takes a check from him. Spagnolo battling hard on the far wall. Murphy missed the puck. Looking to work it out is Pup. Plays it onwards, and now it will be dumped in by McCullough. Along the end boards, trying to find it there was Ryder. Eventually, Jaden Shields will pick it up, centering on for Murphy. Puck was rolling on him. Now Swade back up for Murphy. Maybe a 2-on-1 here. Swade working in on the backhand, and a huge save made by Colby Muse. Rather, that was Looked like it was Riley Murphy there with the chance. And in the aftermath, Murphy had his backhand save and then was crashing the crease, knocked over Colby Muse, wasn't able to halt his momentum, and the Marian netminder makes his first save of the night. Colby Muse has an .871 save percentage and a 3.94 goals against average in one game so far this season. One back for Ryder. He'll go D-to-D for Shields. Long shot moving in. Murphy got a deflection on it. Now along the far boards. Riley Murphy. Saucer for Ryder. Walks in. Sends this one across the ice. It'll make its way to Simino. Trying to play it out. Takes a check from Murphy. This one chipped all the way down in a race for it. Ryder trying to tie up the stick of Churkowski, who sent it across the goal. Threatening early here for Marian. Ryder opening up. Slides for Shields as the Bulldog forwards will change. Here's Sam Ruffin, co-captain of the Bulldogs. Turned it over. Walking in here is Nobes. Into the far corner. He possesses it. Leaves it, and it's picked off by Ty Enns. Enns up the far wall. Slides for Sam Ruffin. Walks in, shoots. And that is swallowed up by Muse again. Ruffin, as we said, one of the co-captains for this Bulldog team, along with Alessio Luciani. Luciani out of the lineup again tonight. He's missed the first 4 games of the season. He will also miss the 5th of the year. Top scorer for Adrian from a season ago. A big loss, but they have plenty of depth. A couple of good-natured taps shared there between Blake Kleiner and Ty Enns, former teammates with the Marian Sabres. Trying to usher that one out front was Hunter Wentz. Adenier will keep it in. Ty Enns slides for Ruffin. Sam Ruffin behind the goal. Back for Spencer. Plenty of time to get a shot off. Puck is loose in front. Marian will clear it to the far wall. Puck skips by Adenier. He'll have to race back for it. Does well to tangle up the stick of James Nee, who is pressuring in hard. It'll slide all the way back for the Marian goaltender, Colby Muse. Now along the near boards, right in front of the penalty bench. Marian the other way. Nee trying to find it. He'll play it in with a backhand. Stewart way out of his crease. Reverses it around for Klein. 15-10 left in this first period. Adrian College versus Marian University. Klein driving wide. Below the goal line. Tried to put on the brakes. Lost an edge. Puck skitters out for Cam Babiak. NCAA D1 transfer from Bowling Green. Heinz will sashay in. And looked as if Brad Summers wasn't able to clear out the blue line before the entry. Bulldogs go offside. We get a stoppage with 14:55 to go.
It's been a fun, energetic start, Calvin. You mentioned and alluded to Adrian kind of at times gets off to slow starts. 5 shots early on in these first couple minutes. It's good to see Adrian's offense starting to get some pressure on early in the game.
Absolutely, Cuddy. Well, Marian had a couple of scary chances as well. Threatening. Sabres nearly turned it over. It makes its way forward for Naultz.
Dangerous play for Marian in their own zone.
Here's Heinz walking in, looking to drive wide behind the goal. Marian had a really good chance off a broken play to slide it across the goal. Didn't see which Sabre had it, but Dershawn Stewart did not have that far side save. Now Nault, rebound chance and a glove save. Dershawn Stewart sees it all the way and snaps up the shot coming off the stick of Dante Fortner, the sophomore out of Kingsford, Michigan. Stewart in a bit of a goaltending battle with Nick Tallarico early on in the season. Cam Gray dominated the crease last year for the Bulldogs. This year, Stewart and Tallarico, both strong netminders. They've been competing for playtime. Stewart gets the start tonight. Patosha getting tied up with Churkowski, takes a whack. Puck still has not dropped. Lengthy stoppage here in Adrian's own end. Now it's finally one over for Ryder. Elevates for Shields. Adrian College, the #1 ranked team in the nation, taking on unranked Marian University here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Glad you've joined us on Adrian College TV. Calvin Keys alongside Ryan Cuddy. Bulldogs trying to play it out front. Instead, it is intercepted by Pup. Sends it all the way back to the stick of Ryder, who turned it over to Churkowski. Couldn't quite get there. Shields making up for the error of his D partner. Dangerous play from Ryder, the senior out of Byron Center, Michigan. Couple of Sabres collide, and taking the worst of that collision was the alternate captain, Jack Sampson. Along the board, Shields over for Ryder, couldn't find it. Marian will look back for the point, but no one there. Kleiner, Mulder, walking in, a shot through a screen, went off the butt end of Stewart's stick, and maybe a chance developing the other way as it's Ryan Patosha. Opens up, looking out in front, Spagnolo couldn't find a handle. Sabres trying to play it out as Spencer will pinch along the near boards. Spagnolo joining the fray. Helping out for the Sabres is Quinn Mulder. Players still engaged. Mulder will finally work it out. Io Adenier finds Jacob Swade. Swade, saucer, Spagnolo redirect. Good chance. Muse wasn't fooled. Spencer again. Banked forwards, quick regroup here for the Bulldogs. Murphy is tied up with Shaw, but stays with the puck. Sends out front for Spagnolo, spinning while he was off balance. Back for Spencer, wires one. That deflected, I believe, off the skate of Mulder. Adenier trying to seal it off on the wall. Finally, Marian will clear, and they get a much-needed change with 12:38 left in the first period. Still scoreless at the Arrington. Bulldogs and Sabres here on Adrian College TV. Speeding in to keep it in there was Cam Babiak. Slid across, up through center ice. Here's Adam Nobes. Backhanded in by Nee. Babiak finds Ruffin. One of the top talent on this Adrian team. Turned it over at center ice. Nee right back in. Drops it off. A chance, and they score. Ty Moseman gives Marian an early lead just under 8 minutes into this first period. Well, turnover at center ice will prove costly. Sabres get on the board.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Calvin, the neutral zone takeaway for Marian, and then they just had some numbers and a beautiful shot there to find the back of the net.
Tough to defend when they have an odd man rush in that manner. James Nee dropped it off for Ty Moseman, and the junior out of Edam, Saskatchewan, gives Marian a 1-0 lead. Bulldogs, despite being the #1 ranked team in the country, here's Brad Summers walking in, trying to answer. Blocker save Muse. What I was going to say is Bulldogs are the #1 team in the nation, defending national champs, but they can't take any team in their conference lightly, as Summers sends a deflected shot in. That is fought off by Muse, and he holds on. Adrian outshooting Marian 8-5, but they trail 1-0. Thanks to that sensational one-timer from Ty Moseman. Came off a turnover at the Bulldog red line. Marian got an odd man rush, and they took advantage. Ruffin will take this face off against Cherkowski. 11:44 left to go in the first. Back for Ryder, tried to slide it over quickly for Shields. That pass was well away from his teammate's stick. Knocked away by Enns. Sampson sending it through. Simoneau had it knocked off his stick. Ruffin plays it forward. Pup. Backhanded for Kleiner. And Pup again. Trying to get in front was Shields, but had his stick lifted. Cherkowski and Ryder will battle for it. Bulldog defense notably shorthanded without Matt Kudo tonight, so Dominic Lobert will draw into the lineup. Ruffin slides this one across, the chance from Enns. I believe that was a right pad save made there by Muse. Cherkowski back up the other way, met a roadblock in the form of Chase Spencer, who carries it forward. Over the Marian blue line, Spencer opens up, plays over for Spodniak, and what a save made by Colby Muse. Thought Matus had his 9th goal of the season right there, but Muse able to make himself big, got that left glove over and made the stop. Face-off coming up again in the Sabres zone. Marian came into this game with a 1-1 record. Bulldogs are 3-0-1. Long shot from Spencer, that was wide. Marian clears it out. Here is Ty Moseman, has the only goal of this hockey game so far. He takes down Spodniak, and that'll be a penalty against the Sabres. Holding against Ty Moseman. First special teams chance of the night for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Moseman will head to the box here. Big chance for Adrian to answer. Face-off coming up in the Marian zone to start off this power play. Bulldogs trailing 1-0. Good opportunity to answer. Marian head coach Clay Van Diest having a word with the referee. Wasn't too pleased with the holding call going against Moseman. This draws one back. Spodniak poking over for Shields. Bobbled by Wentz. Eventually, he will usher it safely to Heinz. Here's Spodniak. Ruffin. Slid across. Heinz walking in. Diving was Muse. May have got a piece. And Marian will clear it down. Blake Kleiner sending it the length of the ice. Penalty kill will change for Marian University, making the 375-mile trip from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin for tonight's game. First of a back-to-back series, rather. Ruffin down low. Heinz feeds up top for Shields. Then Ruffin again. Once more it's Shields. Controlling around the perimeter. Marian protecting the middle of the ice right now. Sam Ruffin, Spodniak. Another chance that deflected off the stick of Pup and into the netting, so we get a whistle. 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the Adrian College power play. 9:37 left in the first period. If you're just joining us, Ty Moseman scored for Marian. Bulldogs turned it over in the neutral zone, and then Moseman scored on the one-timer on the odd man rush. Patosha will take this face-off against Fortner. Tied up at the dot. Knocked back by Summers. Ty ends, skates in. That was off the skate of Pup, but Klein recovers, keeps it in. Patosha, rink wide ends. Klein up top, trying to evade pressure. Aggressive penalty kill that has paid dividends so far for the Sabres. Slid all the way across. Errant pass there, and with 37 seconds left on their man advantage, Bulldogs will regroup. Patosha turning forwards, driving up the near wall. Left the defender in the dust. Patosha's knocked down. Adrian bench wanted a call. They won't get one. Murphy carrying, turned it over, and again this one is ripped down ice by Blake Kleiner, the Marian captain. Kleiner had 9 points in 16 games last season. Tie ends with some open space as the penalty close to expiring for Moseman. Angled in by Murphy. He'll pick it up. Leaves there for Brad Summers. Here's Summers into the slot for Murphy. Couldn't handle it. Marian successfully kills off the penalty, but a chance for Patosha. It's loose in front. Murphy trying to pounce on the rebound. Nearly a goal coming for Adrian right after their power play expired. Another opportunity. Summers over from Murphy. Back out front. Here's Ty-Ends. What a shot block by Kleiner. Hitting the deck to get in the way of that attempt from Ty-Ends, his former teammate. Spencer bounced out for Summers. Marian on their heels right now. Successfully killed off the penalty, but the Bulldogs are buzzing right now. Spagnuolo slides for Swade. Tried to elevate on Muse. Nicked off his right shoulder. Adenier across for Spencer as the Bulldogs touch up. Into the middle, pass was behind Spagnuolo, cleared out. And here is Redding. Back ahead, Katachuk finds the tape of Churkowski, turned over, Spagnuolo skating in. Good stick in the lane by Katachuk, bounced off the end boards. Swade will bump it to himself. Spencer, long shot, trying to get the redirect was Calgin. Left pad stop by Colby Muse. Quick up for Calgin, off a skate. Swade returns back for Chase Spencer. Swade will lob this in for Spagnuolo to chase. Bulldogs out shooting Marian 13-5, but they still trail 1-0. Taken away by Rondeau. Simoneau trying to use the plexiglass, but that went into the netting. And the faceoff will stay in the Marian zone. Lots of extended play there. Adrian looking really good on the attack, Cuddy.
Yeah, that was a great job of for Marian to kill off that power play that Adrian had. And then even a couple minutes after the power play, Adrian was still having pressure. And a couple great shots by some Marian skaters to to keep the puck out of the net for Adrian.
I was really impressed by that shot block from Marian's captain, Blake Kleiner. The net was wide open. Bulldogs were scrambling to tap home the rebound, and Kleiner putting his body on the line to save a goal. Went has it knocked away by Pup. Getting body position, but he slid it right to the waiting stick of Babyak. And stops up. Ruffin at the blue line, fires it around. Went. Lifting back down low. Nobes trying to steal, deflected awkwardly up in the air. Now Marchalidi. Banks it off the dasher. Trying to play a 1-2 with Nee, who sends it in deep. Babyak. Left it that time for Wentz. And here's Enns. Ty Enns puts on the brakes, finds Babyak looking to slide across. That is intercepted by the Sabres. Carried back forward by Nobes. Moseman, can he find a second shot? Doesn't get through. Ryder hits it out of the air. Stewart, the blocker, save. And the follow-up chance for Marian. Didn't get through from Kleiner. The eye-hand coordination from Ty Moseman. The initial shot ramped off the stick of Terry Ryder. He hit it out of the air, nearly surprised Stewart, but the Adrian goaltender on top of his game, very aware to make the save on the second chance opportunity. Gives a little shoulder fake there to Mason Ritchie. Shields will try to move it forwards again. Heinz knocks it down. Centered for Summers. Brad Summers turning. Pass was behind the backside of Heinz, who will pick it back up. Weaving to the middle. Summers looking for Spodniak. No Luciani, so Summers has been good as the top line center for Adrian. Shields will walk in a high shot. That was saved by Muse, but couldn't hold on. And Marian sends it out of play. Bulldogs trailing here, but you get the feeling that Adrian's really in control. They just need that first goal to sort of break the ice in this game.
Yeah, Marian's definitely been on their back foot here in this opening 15 minutes of the first period. And yeah, it's like you said, just looking for that breakthrough. Marian's done a good job of bending but not breaking. Their defense has had to make a couple great block shots like you've alluded to earlier. Netminder's been big here in the first period. But yeah, you feel like Adrian's knocking on the door just waiting for that breakthrough.
Absolutely. Adenier finds Spencer. What a shot block on the howitzer. And Simoneau could be in the other way. Here's Simoneau walking in, draws a penalty. Stewart the save. Simoneau picks it up again, slides in front, and they score. Nick Churkowski makes it 2-0 Sabres.
Right on cue, too, with the shot block. It gets it out into neutral zone, into neutral ice for Marian University. And then that just made a mad scramble in front. Really nothing the netminder Stewart could do for Adrian College. Kind of a tough situation, but like we just were talking about, the shot block from Marian clears it out into the neutral zone, and then it's just a mad sprint to the net.
What I saw in that play was just complete buy-in from the Marian Sabres, because you had that initial shot block from point-blank range. I think it was made by Sampson, sliding in, set up Simoneau the other way, who was hooked, drew the penalty, delayed penalty. Simoneau stayed with it and then slid it across for Churkowski. So Sabres just winning a couple of physical battles early and leads to their second goal of the hockey game against the run of play, really.
And now go up a man advantage, too. Still get the power play.
Interesting rule that they have in NCAA hockey. In the NHL, if there's a delayed penalty and you score, you do not get the power play. But in the NCAA, it doesn't matter. So Sabres got the goal. They'll also get the power play, as you said, Cuddy. Big chance here to try and extend their lead. Not how the Bulldogs and their head coach Adam Krug certainly planned out things here in the early goings of the hockey game with 4:35 left in the first period.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it earlier, too, just the sluggish starts Adrian can be susceptible to having, and we're seeing that here. Really, it seems like playing offensively-wise, playing Marian, but just, a couple nice bounces, and the Sabres have themselves a 2-goal advantage.
Marian's really been fortunate with some of the bounces they have gotten with the turnover and then the break the other way, but to their credit, they've made the most of their chances, and hockey has the propensity to be a bit of a random sport, and you just have to take advantage of your bounces. There was a Marian player down, saw the arm up in the air. What will come out of this?
Yeah,
we'll have to see. Looks like we have a Sabre going to the box. Perhaps not. I thought I saw Moseman heading over there.
Yeah,
I think the whistle we saw was for the net going off its moorings. No penalty on the play.
Yeah, Mosman went full speed and couldn't stop before hitting the net and it dislodged it. But it looked like I thought there might have been something coming at the latter part of that play, but nothing.
Thought we could have seen a Bulldog penalty, as you said, Cuddy, with perhaps a trip or a bit of a hold going on that play. That would be quite the turn of events to send Marian to the 5-on-3, but no dice for the Sabres as they play it in down deep. Cherkowski, who has the second goal for Marian, his pass backwards was cut off by Spencer, who sends it down ice. Muse will leave it for the captain, Kleiner. Skating ahead is Nee. Pass intercepted by Kaljan. We get a whistle. Cherkowski tied up with Swade. As I wonder if maybe that puck went up into the Adrian bench. Didn't have a great angle on it. 3:48 left in this first period. Marian, big first period performance, up 2-0. Goals came from Nick Cherkowski as well as Ty Moseman. 50 seconds left on the Sabres man advantage as we get this rare center ice draw. Spencer lifts it all the way down. Big face-off win for the Bulldogs. Muse leaves it for Katachuk. Open ice for Rondeau. Rink wide, Nault walks in. Tried to saucer one through for maybe a tip chance for Ritchie there, who picks it up below the goal line. Ritchie finds the stick of Nobes. Reversed back here for Katachuk. Walks in, fires. Save made by Dershawn Stewart. Turned over again, and Spencer will clear yet again. PK changes for Adrian in the waning moments of the penalty to Io Adeniye. He'll come out of the box in less than 10 seconds' time. Katachuk. Rondeau turned over. Matus Spodniak. He'll skate in. Trying to drive wide. Didn't get the shot off. Bulldogs kill off the penalty successfully. Spodniak changes direction. Still with it. Turning. Trying to shoot one. Ramps up in the air. Heinz is there. Rondeau just able to get it out as it bounces over the stick of Shields. Ryder carries back in. Dropped off for Spodniak. Went off the shin pad of Katachuk, who registers the shot block. Moving it forward here, Rondeau. Skating ahead, McCullough. Finds Mulder. Left pad saved, sealed off by Stewart with little trouble. Summers, Spodniak looking to evade pressure. Heinz collided with the ref. Summers will swoop in to pick it up. Battled for on the end boards. Pup looking to find it. Marcelliti was joining the fray. Turning ahead, Seth McCullough. He will lift this in deep. Forward line changes for Marian. Plenty of time for Austin Klein, who has the puck now. Babiak. Backhanded and brought down here is Matthew Redding, and will get a penalty. It'll be tripping against Marian. Another Bulldog power play up ahead. As going to the box is Brady Pup, senior defenseman out of Calgary, Alberta. Played his junior hockey with the Selkirk Steelers. So 2 minutes with an extra man coming up for Adrian. Cuddy, what did you like from their first power play, and what would you like to see them improve upon?
Yeah, I think they had good pressure. They were getting good looks. Marian's defense has been very strong and very sound here in this first period. So it's going to be interesting to see. That's not what you wanted if you're a Sabre fan. Here late in this first period to give Adrian a man advantage, and now the pressure goes right back on the Marian defense. Because Adrian, like we've talked about it, they've been right there all first period long, just still waiting for that breakthrough, trying to find the back of the net.
We'll see if Adrian can find the back of the net. In actuality, $1:40 left in the first period. Bulldogs on the power play. Shields walks in. Muse makes the stop. Lifting this one out is Nault. Jaden Shields will go back for it. Taking his time, getting set to orchestrate the breakout for Adrian. He'll turn backwards yet again. Ruffin looks to be in some discomfort. He's hunched over as he heads back to the Bulldog bench. Shields trying to drive wide around Fortner. Drops it off for Heinz. Lost the handle on it inexplicably. Heinz hearing it from the Marian bench. Getting into it. Words being exchanged. Spodniak got a piece, so no icing. Went down low. He's rubbed out by Cherkowski. Recovered by Enns as we enter the final minute of this first period. Shot whizzed wide from Patosha. Follow-up chance. Enns also unable to hit the net. Patosha has it here again. Back for Shields. Enns winds, fires. It's wide. Jaden Shields. Ryan Patosha looking for Ty Enns. Instead, he found Marian's Nick Cherkowski. Gives the puck a ride down the sheet of ice. 25 seconds until the first intermission. There will be about 10 seconds of carryover power play time going into the second period for Adrian. Patosha drops it off for Austin Klein. Backhand saucer looking for Patosha. It's over his stick. Katachuk sends it down. Sliding out to stop it with the paddle is Dershawn Stewart. Ty Enns will just hold on to this one. As the clock expires for the first period, plenty of things for Adrian to talk about in the dressing room. And referee just had a word with the Marian bench. I wonder if we'll see a penalty against them. Players chirping back and forth. Referee just went over to the timekeeper's booth. I wonder if the Bulldogs will start the second period 5-on-3. We'll have to see. Nonetheless, Marian leading 2-0 through one period of play thanks to Nick Cherkowski and Ty Moseman making their bid at an upset here against the top-ranked Bulldogs. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second period of men's NCAA Division III action on Adrian College TV.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. Calvin Keys with Ryan Cuddy bringing you NCAA Men's Division III ice hockey action. The number 1 team in the country, Adrian College, is on the ropes right now against unranked Marian, who lead 2-0 after 1 period of play. The good news for the Bulldogs is they're going to move to the 5-on-3. There was a bench minor penalty after the first period ended. I believe from what we can gather, it was Marian players came off the bench towards the Bulldogs. They called a bench minor, but Cuddy, what do you think some of the problems were for Adrian in that first period? Why are they down 2-0 as we take a look at these stats?
Yeah, I think if you look at the stats, Adrian played very well in that first half. They had a couple bad breaks, certainly on the second goal that Marian scored, kind of on a broken down play that on a shot block from the Marian captain, pardon me. And obviously it squirted out of their zone, and then it was a fast break to Stewart. So obviously it was just a couple bad breaks, but Marian's played very good. This is exactly what they wanted to do: come in the first period and jump on Adrian College quickly, and then see if they can maintain this momentum. It's going to be very interesting to see these first few minutes, see how Adrian responds, because obviously they've been playing very well, but Muser's has been even better in net, and the Marian defenses came up big when they needed to. But they're going to be really tested here in the early moments of this second period, being down 5-on-3 advantage.
Well, the good news for Marian is the 5-on-3 will only last about 12 seconds, but still then an extended power play. Bulldogs, as you saw from those stats after 1 period, are 0 for 3 on the man advantage so far, so have to get some traction. I have been really impressed with how Marian has held down the fort in front of their goaltender, Colby Muse, clearing away all kinds of loose pucks and rebounds, which is really what Adrian tries to do, generate those rebound attempts and backdoor chances, as Heinz will carry it in here. Backhand across. Oh, what a start that would have been. Spodniak with the attempt on Muse, who was upended in the aftermath. What a way to start the second period.
I mean, I think Adrian, obviously a design play coming out, obviously trying to get something going. And once again, though, the netminder Muse for Marian coming up huge, going post to post there.
Yeah, moved cross crease really quickly. Very tough situation to defend, a neutral ice faceoff with only 3 skaters. Now they have 4. Pup will return as Shields and Heinz send it back and forth. Now it's down low for Ruffin. Slid over for Jaden Shields once more. Finds Spodniak down low. Shields looking for Heinz. Shields again from a 2. Spodniak sends it rink wide. One-time bid from Ruffin was fanned on. Speeding forwards to try and keep it in as Shields as he's pressured by the goal scorer, Moseman. Finally, Marian will clear. I believe that was Pup who got it out. $1:15 left on the Adrian power play. Bench minor against Marian. Desperately need a goal here. Colby Muse looking very confident between the pipes right now. Heinz, Ruffin, up through center. Wentz trying to keep a hold of it. Incoherent passing for Adrian is the story. I think both Marian goals came off of turnovers.
Yeah, just some sloppy play that they need to clean up, and it's been those small mistakes that have really cost them here in this early going, being down 2-0.
Less than a minute left in the Adrian power play. Ty Moseman and Nick Cherkowski scored for Marian in that first period. Here's Ryan Patosha up the far wall. He'll come to a halt. Ty ends, as we mentioned in the first period, a former Marian Sabre before transferring here to Adrian. Patosha's shot is blocked. Great work by Katachuk. Moving it out here is Austin Noltz. Bulldogs will have to regroup again. Another frustrating power play. Looks disjointed for the Bulldogs here. 15 seconds left on the bench minor penalty to Marian. Klein looking to send it around. Enns didn't know where it was. Puck makes its way to Brad Summers. He turns forward. Summers so shifty. Drops off for Enns. Another successful penalty kill for Marian. Sent out front Patosha. Summers regains control. Patosha had his stick lifted. Now he'll find it and sends it over the crossbar.
What an effort that was by Patosha to free himself up in the slot and give himself an opportunity to find the net.
Ryan Patosha, one of the top talents on this Adrian team, as Adenier could not handle the pass. Turning back forwards is Nobes. Batted down, a chance. Stewart made the save on a hard angle for Ty Moseman. Or rather, looked like it was Nobes who had that opportunity. Murphy laying out to try and knock it forwards, but the Sabres will play it back deep in the Adrian zone. Spencer's D2D pass nearly picked off by Mosman. This line of Mosman, Nee, and Nobes has looked really good, but a 2-on-1 is developing now for Adrian. Murphy will walk in. That one is high again. Struggles hitting the target here early as Murphy knocked over a Sabre. Matthew Shaw still exchanging words with Riley Murphy, transfer out of the University of Alaska Fairbanks.
That was a 2-on-1 though that got set up for a good bounce for Adrian. A bounce that goes their way, obviously couldn't convert, but a good looking opportunity, and you feel like the momentum's been there. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net yet.
It's played behind the goal. Spagnuolo looking out front. Couldn't connect with Calgin. 2-on-2. Sampson lost the handle. Maybe some wet ice there in the neutral zone at the start of this second period. Sent out in front again for Marian. Good chance on the backhand. Rebound was missed there by Simino. Initial chance came in from Sampson. Good opportunity for Marian. There's been some defensive breakdowns for Adrian. That's one of the reasons why they trail. This time it's a breakdown for the Sabres. Ruffin was trying to find Shields across ice, and now saucered forward. Cherkowski broken up. Lots of turnovers. Puck just going this way and that. Is down on the ice right now is Jaden Shields in the Bulldog zone. He's going to need to get off. Marian dumps it in. Shields gets back up on his skates, and it looks like he'll continue on. Snaps a pass forward to Enns. Plays it off the wall. Marchaliti turned over, walking in. Hunter went, has his shot blocked again. This time it's Marchaliti putting his body on the line. Shot blocking has been textbook so far for these Sabres. Puck is found in the neutral zone by Nault. Knocks it back in. Babyak back for it. Stopping up behind the goal of Stewart, engaged in a stick battle with Ritchie there. Now Babyak skating forward up the far wall. Drops it off for Klein. Ty Enns banks it off the wall for Babyak, turned over. Puck will boomerang back for Austin Klein. Ruffin looking up the near wall. Marian has made everything difficult for Adrian so far in this game. You love the hustle, the intensity, and the effort from the visitors from Wisconsin. Klein collides with Fortner, who clears it out. Now a race for it. Stewart will play it as Ritchie's hot on his tail. Adenier picks it up. Love those custom skates that Io Adenier is rocking. Wore them last season as well. I believe Travis Scott's skate wrap. Really cool looking out there on the ice. Really talented defenseman as well, but this time he turned it over. Walking in here, a chance for Pecchia. Took an extra jab at the glove hand of Stewart, who covered up, and that'll draw a crowd. Shot 16-12 in the Bulldogs' favor. They trail 2-0 to the visitors' Marian right now. This is the first of a back-to-back series. I think it's been a better start for Adrian in the second period so far, though, Cuddy.
Yeah, I think definitely haven't seen too many sloppy turnovers or mistakes that we were seeing that resulted in the 2 Marian goals we saw in the first period. But also on the flip side for the Sabres, a great start for them also to be able to kill off. Obviously, it's only a 5-on-3 for 12 seconds, but then be able to kill off another power play right after that has been huge, allowing the momentum to not completely shift over to Adrian's side.
Puck ramps up in the air off the stick of Rondeau. Heinz looking for Summers. Now Matus Spodniak. Adenier, skate to stick, somehow stays in as Spodniak banks it over for Spencer. Long shot, and that is swallowed up well by Colby Muse, the senior out of Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, standing tall in net again.
Something we've seen quite a lot so far tonight from Colby Muse. He's been absolutely stellar through the first period and 5 minutes here in the second.
17 saves so far in this game. He's been absolutely peppered. Bulldogs leading in the shot category 17-12 as Spodniak will lower the shoulder there on Simino. Battled down low. Multiplayer pile up down in the near corner of the Bulldog end. Spodniak digs it loose for Spencer. Puck bouncing a lot over the stick of Heinz that time. Puck sent backwards for Summers, slides for Spodniak. Matus, Spodniak cuts back. Right pad stop made by Muse again. Spencer leaves a Marian player in the dust, fires a shot right into the logo on Muse's sweater. He'll hold on. 13:08 left in the second period. Marian with a 2-0 lead right now, trying to pull off an upset. Calvin Keys alongside Ryan Cuddy here on Adrian College TV. This broadcast being brought to you by Adrian College students. Pleasure to have you with us here on this Friday evening at the beautiful Arrington Ice Arena. Bulldogs managed to keep it in. This is Marcialiti. Up for knee. Meets Shields. Brought down by Nobes. Looking to play it to himself is Moseman. Angled off by Matt Redding. Calgin looking to bank for Patosha. That's cut off. Moseman chasing after it. He's definitely been one of the most notable players in this game so far. Down low with it is Nobes. Saucered back up top for Pup. Shot is wide. Banks off the end boards. Moseman wins the race. He'll find Nobes again. Leaves it for Marcialiti. Long shot. No rebound coming from Stewart, as knee will become engaged with Patosha net front.
Yeah, knee and Patosha right in front on Stewart. Tough for him to see that puck. Good job from a long way out with a couple different bodies in front of him.
Not just to be able to make that first save, but also didn't allow the rebound either. Big play for the Bulldog netminder. Adrian coached tonight by Adam Krug in his 9th season, and Clay Van Dyst in his first year behind the bench with the Marian Sabres. Swooping in for this one is Ritchie. Plays it on the cycle for Fortner, giving Babiak a tough time down low. Now it's Swade. Nault. Swade banking over for Babiak. Spring Spagnolo, who carries it out. Looking to play forward for Murphy. Would have been offsides had Adrian carried it in. Ritchie shoots into the far corner. Acquired by Klein. Babiak spins it for Spagnolo. Now skating it forward, Jacob Swade. Maybe a 2-on-1 here. Riley Murphy looking to slide across, and an excellent defensive play made again by Blake Kleiner, but they don't get it out. And Swade a chance in front. Blocker stop by Muse. 1-on-1. Swade frustrated, bangs a stick against the boards as he heads off to the bench. A poor turnover. And walking in here, Quinn Mulder fanned on a cross-ice feed to his teammate. Brought down Spagnolo. Sam Ruffin trying to turn away from pressure. Spagnolo again. Marian clogging up the ice for the Bulldogs, who can't seem to find a path through. Rondeau has it. Bumped into by Ruffin. Collision between Mulder and Adenier. Battling hard for the puck. Ruffin trying to chip it to himself. He's brought down by Rondeau. No call. We continue on 5-on-5 as Katachuk lifts it out. Physical play is ramping up here, Cuddy.
Yeah, I was about to say that we're seeing hits all over the place in those last few moments. Yeah, like you mentioned, definitely feel the physicality of this game starting to ramp up, and you're always going to see that in a inter-conference matchup first of the season for Adrian College, and Marian really bringing the physicality right now in the second period.
11:18 left in this second period. Marian up 2-0 here in the first half of a 2-game weekend series between the Sabres and the Bulldogs. Ruffin will take this draw against Mulder. Marian plays it forward. Here's Pecchia driving around Shields. Still Pecchia. Backhand bid is well wide of the goal mouth. Pecchia collided with by Ryder. Sam Ruffin skates ahead, clears it out to neutral ice and a race for it. Rondeau will get there. Spins it off the wall, but not out as it's picked up by Ty Enns. Rondeau. Puck bounces over his stick. Looking to spin it forward. Bobbled by Nobes. Plenty of time and space for him to regain his bearings. Nobes will skate ahead, gets by Shields. Tries to send one across. Instead, it's around the kick plate. Heading off the bench and firing a quick shot is Marcialiti. I believe that was a blocker save by Dershawn Stewart. Now that shot from Pup goes off his right shoulder. Marian building some ozone pressure. Batted back in down low by Luca Marcialiti. Adrian finally able to poke it out. Courtesy of Terry Ryder, and maybe a break here for Summers. He's tripped up by Pup, slides hard into the wall. Spodniak will lay the body. Spencer trying to get back. And here is a chance for Marian. They score. James Knee on one knee puts it in the goal. What a turn of events this is. Marian up 3-0.
What an effort that was on this long pass. Can see it here, and then just wound up with an opportunity breaking through on the Adrian defensive zone. Physicality ramping up, nothing coming easy for either team, just like in that last goal. And Marian now with a strong 3-goal lead over your Bulldogs.
Yeah, tough to tell from that angle, but it looked like to me the long pass off the boards. It got in behind the defenseman Chase Spencer for Adrian, who was trying to back check and tie up Knee. Went through his legs, wasn't quite able to find it. James Knee, as he was arguably being hauled down by Spencer, still able to beat Dershawn Stewart on the backhand.
I actually thought that it might have been a tripping coming too, like we saw earlier in the game.
Bulldogs lucky not to be shorthanded right now, Cuddy. Adenier getting tied up with Nick Churkowski. Icing is called despite the Marian player getting there first. Draw will come back into the Sabre zone. That's curious. Usually the rule is whoever's, if the team that sent it down ice gets to the puck first, icing's negated. Wasn't the case that time, almost inexplicably. Potosha will take this face off against Churkowski. Bulldogs win it back. Quick shot, and they score. John Calgin.
Just nothing you can do if you're Colby Muse here. This was a laser sent off by Calgin. No chance to stop it. Calgin finding the back of the net off of just an absolute rifle of a wrist shot. And that's big for Adrian to kind of get the energy back right back after going down 3-0 just less than a minute after. That's huge to get back to within 2.
Down 3-0, a response just seconds later from the junior forward, John Calgin. That was really just a textbook face-off play. Potosha won it back cleanly. Calgin fired a quick shot and beat the glove hand of Colby Muse as we get a whistle.
Like someone might be heading to the box here.
And moments after scoring, it'll be John Calgin heading to the sin bin. Didn't see the signal for what the call was. Looked like it was interference. As we were discussing the goal, missed the penalty from Calgin, so gets on the score sheet twice in the matter of a few moments. One in a positive way, one in a negative way.
Sure he didn't want the latter half of that, but now Adrian, right after hitting that momentum, let's see how their special teams can do. Penalty kill for both teams have held up strong.
9:31 left in this second period. Marian goes to the power play. Neither teams have had much success on the man advantage. Both kills have been really, really good. Mosman has it here. Bounces over the tape of Knee. He'll regain control. Back up for Kleiner. Opens up. Feeds to Mosman. Down low. Turning it out front. A couple of whacks at it. It's loose. Stewart makes the save. A little bit of extracurricular activity as Jordan Simoneau was trying to tuck it home out front. Props to Stewart for sealing up the bottom of the ice and standing tall.
Yeah, a whole lot of chaos right in front of Stewart. Good job by him to keep his calm under pressure. But Marian, good job early on in this power play to kind of create an opportunity for themselves, create some havoc in front. Never know what can happen, too, when you get those scrums right in front of the netminder.
Another face-off in the Adrian zone is one back. Babyak is leveled by Jordan Simoneau. Puck deflects out of play. Marian has really made their presence known with the physical play and just the pure strength they have exerted upon these Bulldogs so far. A team that's built more around skill. Not to say that they don't have a lot of strong players in their lineup, but this Marian group is very sizable compared to the smaller and a bit shiftier lineup for Adrian. Interesting matchup. Sent along the wall by Simoneau. Played back for Knee on the cycle. Minute 20 left in the power play for Marian. Missing at that time was Churkowski. Had a goal in the first period. Back up for James Knee. 3 goal scorers on the ice right now for Marian. Ty Mosman walks and shoots one. That is blockered up into the netting by Dershawn Stewart. Good save by him. 21-17, the shots in Adrian's favor with 8:37 left in the second period. Marian was 1-1 coming into this contest. Bulldogs are 3-0-1. And if they are able to capture the win tonight, it would be the most consecutive games without a loss in regulation or overtime in program history. As the crowd giving an applause for some of the veterans in the stands here tonight. Very grateful for the sacrifice they've made serving our country. Dropped off for Katachuk. Gets it back from Sampson, stolen by Shields. He'll fire it down, and Went will race after it. Trying to pressure Muse. Kept in by Ruffin. Really good play by the Bulldog captain. Spins it for Wentz. Short-handed Bulldogs playing with it down low. 30 seconds left in the penalty to John Calgin. They send it all the way down. Really smart play as they find Ryder in Adrian's own end. The name of the game is possessing for as long as possible, because if Marian doesn't have the puck, that means they can't get set up on their power play structure. Spagnolo hard on the forecheck. Alex Rondeau up for Pecchia. Bulldogs send it down again. Really good penalty kill here for Adrian. It broke up their offensive momentum they got from the Calgin goal, but they are doing well here without a skater. Now Pecchia walking in, away from the stick of his teammate Sampson, who picks it up once more. Mateo Pecchia shoots into the plexiglass down in the Bulldog zone. Spodniak coming together with Quinn Mulder. Deals it for Babiak. Opening up, sends it along the near wall. This is ramped in by Spagnolo. Marcelletti looking to work it out. Puck makes its way back to the stick of Mulder. Here's Brady Pup. Skates ahead. Weaving by Spodniak and Heinz. How is that not a tripping call? Bulldogs lucky that they don't go back to shorthanded here in short order. Mulder knocked back up ahead for James Nee. Sliding over for Quinn Mulder. Stewart way out of his crease. Still got a touch on it. Mosman will spin it back in. Bulldogs having trouble on the breakout right now. Babiak bounced over for Klein. Off the stick of Spodniak in the neutral zone. Shaw wired up the other direction. Mosman couldn't handle it. Kleiner will reacquire for the Sabres. James Nee. Shot into the far corner. Picked up by Io Adenier. Summers. Rink wide. That is off the skate of Redding. Played back in by Nee. Adrian trailing 3-1. We've seen goals from James Nee for Marian and John Calgin for Adrian in this second period. Redding looking out front. Still Matthew Redding. Pressured in the corner by Shaw. Back to the point for Spencer. Rink wide Adenier. Rims it around the kick plate. Good play by Calgin. Works out front. No one home. Moseman chips this one high in the air. Adenier trying to corral it. Back forward by Calgin, who deflects it in. Marian looking to clear. Kept in by Calgin. And now finally lofted up above even our heads up in the Brazeway grandstand. Chipped all the way down by Matthew Shaw. Denier springs free Patosha. 3-on-2 here for Adrian. Ryan Patosha on the far wall. Sends it out front, a tip. And what a save by Colby Muse. Acrobatic stop by the Marian netminder on the redirect from Calgin, who nearly found his second goal of the night. Spencer sent that one wide. Clears the puck for Marian with the errant shot. Jaden Shields back for it. We saw him in some discomfort a couple of shifts ago, so good to see him back out there. And looks no worse for wear. 4:40 left in this second period. What did you think of that save from Colby Muse down there, Cuddy?
That was insane, going, sprawling out. We've seen him go post to post very successfully. This was a little more than just that without a stick, too. That was incredible athleticism.
That it was. Shields gains the red line, smacks it in. Ruffin drops it back for Enns, tied up with Cherkowski. Ryder. Shields. Tried to fire from distance. That was knocked out of the air well by Pup, who's looking to turn away from pressure. Simoneau may have a teammate in behind. Rush the other way for Marian. Here's Sampson. Shoots one on goal. Right pad stop by Stewart. Sent below the goal line. Knocked away from the stick of Simino. Jaden Shields with it again. Oh, fanned on that pass right up the middle of the ice. Simino walks in. Jaden Shields making up for his error. Sliding in to cut off the passing lane. Ruffin, rink wide. Feed too far in front of ends. Simino back in, has a teammate with him. Stewart, good rebound control. Another chance, it's still loose right in front of the blue paint. Simino, a shot from distance, and they score. Jordan Simino from the high slot, the sophomore out of Tisdale, Saskatchewan, finally puts the biscuit in the basket for the Sabres after multiple chances on that shift.
Yeah, it was a wild play in front of the net, and then Simino just took his time, very patient in the slot. Defense didn't really collapse down to him, and then he was just able to pick his spot. And another turnover. Shields, tough one, did a good job of initially making up for the turnover, but Marian still with the possession in the offensive zone was able to capitalize. And Marian, very good job of answering back. Adrian's goal got within 2. It seemed like they had the momentum. They were able to kill off the Marian power play, but the Sabres get right back to it.
Yeah, Dershawn Stewart making 2 or 3 saves in a row there. At that point, the onus is on his defenseman to clear it away. They weren't able to do it. Simino had felt like he had all day to shoot that puck, and then just picked his spot, made it 4-1 Marian. Putting on a very impressive performance here, almost 2 periods into the hockey game. 3:23 left in the second. Bulldogs looking to play catch-up. Swade to take the draw against Knee. Played forward. Nobes couldn't handle it. Babiak will skate back for it. Finds Klein. Off the dasher. Murphy's pass was behind Spagnuolo. Forward for Swade. Puts on the brakes, send it across. Looking for a tip from Murphy. Couldn't find one. Here's Riley Murphy again. Plays down low. Spagnuolo picks it up. Finds Murphy. Has his stick lifted. Really nice play made by Nobes there, who clears it down. Late hack given by an Adrian player, and it's going to be a penalty. Riley Murphy gave an extra hack there to Adam Nobes as he cleared the puck out. It was a pretty obvious call for the official, right in front of the referee, I may add. So Adrian sort of shooting themselves in the foot again here with mistakes. This time Riley Murphy going to the box for slashing. Maybe
just a bit of a frustration penalty there for Murphy, and now that really puts Adrian kind of behind the 8 ball. These final 2 minutes, 2:43 left, but the final 2-minute power play coming up for Marian is really going to be able to, they can possibly really gain control here late in the second.
Walking in, slid across. I think Adrian has every right to be frustrated. They haven't lost in regulation in 35 straight games. Not a familiar scenario for them right now to be trailing. Be interested to see how they respond, as it's actually, we forgot to mention it, but they made a goaltender change after that last goal against Dershawn Stewart. Nick Tallarico between the pipes now. So a goaltending change. See if that can motivate the Bulldogs moving forward. Always sends a message when the coach switches out the goaltenders. Tallarico in between the pipes now. Senior out of Surrey, British Columbia. This face-off is tied up. Redding comes away with it and clears. 30 seconds into the Marian power play. Nolan Katachuk. Bounced off the skate awkwardly of Jack Sampson. Bulldogs play it back in. Katachuk, the alternate captain, native of Melfort, Saskatchewan, finds Rondo. Banks it off the end boards awkwardly. That came right out into the slot. Spencer was Johnny on the spot and pitchforked it out. Katachuk turns back ahead for Rondo, who will just play this one on goal towards Tallarico, who will smother it. We get a whistle. 53 seconds left in the slashing minor to Riley Murphy. For the Bulldogs, where do you go from here? Down 3 goals with just a little over 20 minutes left to play in the hockey game.
Yeah, Marian's done a very good job of clogging up a whole lot of passing lanes, being very physical with Adrian College. It seems like they haven't had a whole lot of open ice to skate with. Every time it seems like the Bulldogs are trying to get a rush going, it seems like there's a Sabre player right in the area to halt it.
Yeah, their defensive performance has been remarkable. Confused a bit as to what the referees were doing there in the blue paint of Tallarico, maybe making some sort of repairs. Play will resume in the waning moments of this second period. $1:30 left to play in the second frame of hockey. The visitors, Marian University, unranked, looking to knock off #1 Adrian. Bulldogs still have plenty of time to try and make up their 3-goal deficit, however. Playing down low again is the Adrian kill. One of the few bright points for the Bulldogs. When they have taken some poor penalties, they've been able to kill them off. Moseman back ahead. Knee. Dropped off by Cherkowski. Kleiner walks in. That one was high and wide. Regained by Moseman. Penalty almost expired against Murphy. A really good look there from Simino. Trying to find Knee. Final minute of play in the second period. Kleiner walks in, shoots. That's deflected dangerously. Back out for Knee. Tallarico, does he have it? Looks like he does. Murphy back out on the ice. Bulldogs kill off the penalty. You know, one of the reasons why Marian's had so much success, they're crowding the slot, putting a lot of bodies in front of Stewart and now Tallarico, making life difficult for the Adrian goaltenders.
Yeah, we've seen that pretty much. Like, yeah, you mentioned it throughout this entire game. It seems like there's always been bodies in the slot to screen the netminder for Adrian College. And you've alluded to it earlier, too, as well, just the big bodies that this Marian squad has, making things very difficult for Adrian, playing the game they want to.
Spodniak driving in. 5-hole was closed up at a moment's notice by Muse. You get the feeling if Adrian can get any sort of offense going, it'll probably be from that man, Matus Spodniak. He's been scoring at will so far, but he's had a quiet night in this one. He's had some opportunities, but definitely have to think this Marian team has watched some film and knew that they needed to cover #7 come game time. Summers looking to center for Spodniak. He's rubbed out on the wall by Nault. Final 5 seconds. Fortner, high shot, well over the head of Tallarico. Spencer again. Knocked away by the stick of Mason Ritchie. And this time, Marian's head coach Clay Van Dyst being extra careful to make sure that his team stays on the bench. Don't want to take another bench minor like last period. Excellent period for the Sabres. Bulldogs period left something to be desired yet again as the visitors Marian lead 4-1 after 2 periods of play. We'll be back for the third in about 15 minutes time here on Adrian College TV. Stay with us.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena. During this second intermission, we have Emma Lavelle, a junior here at Adrian College on the collegiate and figure skating team here at Adrian. She's going to be performing, and we'll have the coverage for you here on Adrian College TV. Take it away, Emma.
as you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years. You stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause.
Welcome back to Arrington Ice Arena, where at the moment the Adrian Bulldogs trail 4-1 at the hands of the visiting Marian Sabres. As we take a look at these stats after 2 periods of play, what stands out to you, Ryan Cuddy?
Yeah, I think the power play 0 for 3 for both teams has been the penalty kill has been very good for both teams in this first 2 periods. Adrian, obviously with the incredibly long winning streak since their opening game last season, they've been in positions before where they've been trailing. Even on their home opener this season against Utica, they found themselves down 2-0. But this Marian team has been playing so physical. They've been playing so sound on defense. They're getting in front of pucks. They're blocking shots. They're clogging up passing lanes. Netminer Colby Muse has been stellar. Adrian's got a lot of work to do. Obviously down 3. Pointing out they obviously have a lot of work to do, but their offense is really going to need to get in rhythm. Marian's done a very good job on Matu Spodniak and a lot of these offensive weapons that Adrian has, because they've got a deep roster, a whole lot of skill, and the Sabres have been making things very, very difficult.
Yeah, I think you said it. Just a lack of rhythm on offense for Adrian has stood out a lot, and I would credit that not to necessarily anything that Adrian's doing too wrong per se, but more Marian. Just the pressure and the team defense they're playing is pretty remarkable. Second period goals coming from James Nee and Jordan Simoneau for the Sabres, and for the Bulldogs, their lone goal in this hockey game came from John Kaljan. Marian also got goals in the first period from Ty Moiseman and Nick Cherkowski. Third period puck drop. We're into the final 20 minutes of play. Marian in the black, moving left to right. Bulldogs in the white, moving right to left, and already an early body check laid there by Matthew Shaw for the Sabres. Carrying it back forward is Cherkowski. Ryder will go back for it, winning the race, and he is upended there by Simoneau. Puck sent out in front by Sampson. Simoneau may have gotten a bit of a redirect. Nick Tallarico between the pipes now for the Bulldogs after Dushawn Stewart was pulled after the fourth Sabre goal. See if the goaltending change has much of an effect. Ruffin trying to find Spodniak. It's cut off by Rondeau. Unable to work it out is Sampson. Spodniak pressed onto the boards. Back behind Rondeau. Uses the window. Kept in by the skate of Adenier. Now it's lifted down, and Spencer will pick it up. The junior out of Georgetown, Ontario, feeds over for Brad Summers. Summers carries in, fires one, and again it's just a good defensive play. Nolan Katachuk getting the blade of his twig in the lane, and it deflects up into the netting. Face-off coming up in the Marian end. Again, we've talked about him all night, but Colby Muse, the senior out of Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, has been very acrobatic, taking up a lot of the net. He's been really good. Has a chance here in front for Heinz. Adenier will pick it up on the wall. Summers can't hold on. Marian looking to skate it out. Nobes over for Moseman. Still Nobes with it. He's hit hard by Spencer. Knee is angled off by Summers. Nobes spins away from pressure. Looking into the slot. Couldn't find Moseman. Back out to neutral zone and safer pastures for the Bulldogs. They try to get a quick fire wagon change. Walking in, Moseman looking to go against the grain. That took some sort of a deflection and up into the netting. We get a whistle with 18:15 left in this third period.
Marian doing a very good job to open up this third period. You know, Adrian's going to come out with a lot of energy, a lot of fight, a lot of grit to try to scrap and claw their way back into this game. But Marian doing a good job, keeping calm, doing very good on defense still, like we've been mentioning all night long.
Play is whistled dead right after the faceoff. Maybe an unfair drop for Potosha. He'll win it back again, however. Dealt backwards by Kaljan. Redding looks across for Babiak. Cam Babiak hit hard by Fortner, who steals the puck. Here's Dante Fortner. On rushing into the Adrian zone, fires a shot that was off of the equipment of Klein. Still Fortner down in a heap as a Bulldog player. Tallarico will cover. An awkward fall. I think that's Austin Klein down on the ice, struggling to get back up to his feet. We're going to go to a commercial break while Klein is attended to.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Back at Arrington Ice Arena, as Austin Klein was just helped off the ice into the dressing room. Hopefully he is all right. Really good defenseman for this Adrian team. Sending our thoughts and prayers his way as he goes off the bench and into the locker room, as we said. Picked up by Katachuk here with 17:30 left in the third period. Feels like it's sort of now or never with a steep hill to climb for the Bulldogs. Carrying it in was Jordan Simoneau, but the Tisdale, Saskatchewan native was offside. 17:22 left in the third. Missing a couple of key pieces here tonight is Adrian. Alessio Luciani, leading scorer from last season, has been out all season so far, with this being the 5th game of the year. It's been a tough loss for Adrian, having him out of the lineup. Another big name that we see out, Matt Kudo, one of Adrian's top defensemen who was named to the all-freshman team in the NCHA last year, is also out with an injury he sustained during last week's games. Some Adrian players will need to step up here. Plenty of time, but need one here sooner or later, trying to make up some of this deficit. Marian is looking really, really strong right now. Another face-off upcoming. Swade will take it against Mulder. One back to Ryder. Slides it for Shields. Shields will take his space, deflected in by Spagnuolo. Swade poking it forward. Marcialitti lost it. Murphy. Spagnuolo, a long shot through traffic. That sat down in the slot. Swade again. Trying to cycle as he is absolutely hammered by Seth McCullough, but Marian unable to get it out, and I think it'll be a penalty against McCullough. Seth McCullough heading to the penalty box. It'll be elbowing, so a bit of a high hit delivered there against, I believe it was Spagnuolo. Bulldogs go to the power play. So I talked about it during our stats after 2 periods. No power play goals for either side on 3 chances each. Bulldogs go to the man advantage for the 4th time tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be huge for Adrian College. Really start to get a spark of momentum, get their way back into this. They got a golden opportunity here to start making that comeback.
Play whistle dead again. So again, Ruffin will enter the dot across from Cherkowski. Bulldogs get there first. Sam Ruffin, the captain, can he lead by example? Sends down low. This was slid across for Ty Enns, who had a wide open goal. If that pass from Wendt would have been able to reach his stick. Ruffin crosses over the Marian blue. Deflected off of Kleiner, who has to have had 3 or 4 shot blocks so far in this game. He's been excellent. Shields bobbled for a moment. Finds Ruffin. Ruffin will head cross ice, looking for Spodniak out front. Sends it across. That would have been a beautiful tic-tac-toe play. Again, Wentz unable to find ends. Shields skates in again. Out front, Spodniak has a stick lifted. Rebound try. It's loose. Still out in front. Marian clears. Arm up in the air. Will it be another penalty against the Sabres? We shall see. Hunter Wentz was sent clattering into the Sabre goal. 5-on-3 upcoming as Blake Kleiner will go to the box.
Yeah, and being down 5-on-3, you got your leading shot blocker now out of commission for the next 2 minutes. And Kleiner, the captain, he's been all over the place on the defensive end for Marian University. He's been doing a great job of killing off some offensive momentum and some good looks that Adrian has had. But now Marian's going to really have an uphill battle here in this next 5-on-3 for 1:14 too. Great chance for Adrian College.
And Adrian head coach Adam Krug really senses the magnitude of this opportunity. Down 3 with 16 minutes left. They're going to have a 2-skater advantage for the next minute and 14 seconds. We'll have that on the power play for you after this short commercial break.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
So on the other side of the timeout, it will be a 5-on-3 for Adrian for the next minute and 14 seconds. Marian shorthanded in one of their top penalty killers, their captain Blake Kleiner in the box recently, but no matter for the Sabres as Katachuk will clear it out off the face-off win. Crucial start to the Marian penalty kill. Ends for Wendt, bumps it back for Sam Ruffin, who will carry into the offensive zone. Leaves it there for Shields. Ty Ends playing against his former team. Shields. Back for Ends. Spodniak winds, fires, nearly hit the official. Off the carom, off the window. Ends kept it in. Shields back out front to Ends. Top shelf. Jaden Shields. Bulldogs get a big goal on the 5-on-3 to make it a 4-2 hockey game.
Yeah, it's been beautiful passing all power play long for Adrian College, and just more of that quick passing, allowing Shields to get off the feed from number 40 for Adrian College. That was off the feet of Hunter Wendt, and then Shields right in the slot. Perfect positioning, and just what the doctor ordered for Adrian College. A big power play goal, and still a minute 24 on a man advantage.
We saw several of those tic-tac-toe plays developing between Shields, Wendt, and Ends, and they're finally able to connect on one of them. The defenseman, Jaden Shields, walking in and elevates it over the left shoulder of Colby Muse. And mind you, there's still over a minute left of power play time for the Bulldogs. Shields, a little spinorama action, crosses over center. Carries in, looking to drive wide. Around Rondeau, he's taken down. Rondeau giving him some extra whacks. Rondeau taking liberties on Jaden Shields. Players getting tangled up down in the Marian zone below the goal line. Shields is still down. He got brought down and then was repeatedly being whacked by the stick of Rondeau. Talk about adding insult to injury, or injury to injury in this chase. And it should be another penalty against Alex Rondeau, much to the happiness of the crowd. Rondeau frustrated. So now, what do you know? We're back to the 5-on-3 for Adrian with 52 seconds left. Another big chance.
Yeah, you're Marian, this is exactly what you did not want to happen. Getting a little sloppy, very physical play on that Rondeau penalty. It's been physical play all night long, but going down another 5-on-3, and Adrian, with the amount of skill they have and the amount of speed that they have, giving them open ice is not a recipe for success if you're an opposing team with this Adrian College offense.
Absolutely not. Right after Adrian scored on the 5-on-3, Jaden Shields draws another penalty coming from Alex Rondeau, I believe for roughing. So they have another 52 seconds of 5-on-3, followed by another minute and 8 seconds of 5-on-4. One back, good start. Shields still out there after taking a beating so far on this shift. Ruffin has it below the goal line. Near wall for Shields, up top Ends. Has Spodniak waiting down low. Threads it through off the boards to Matus Spodniak, the D1 transfer out of American International College. Wires a shot, save made Muse. Regained by Spodniak. Shields, soft pass for Ends, a drive. Whoa, that nearly stung Muse right in the kisser. Ends keeps it in, slides over Spodniak. Biding his time. Ty Ends, you can smell blood. Jaden Shields just missed the net. Ends back in again. Spodniak trying to bump it across. Kleiner is out of the box. It's 5-on-4 now. Bulldogs circling saucer from Ruffin. Nearly connected with Spodniak. Tie ends. Sam Ruffin. Pressured by Kleiner. Hunter Wentz. Spodniak couldn't connect. Good stick by guess who? Blake Kleiner comes out of the box, makes another big defensive play, and the Sabres ice it down. It's remarkable, the instant improvement you saw from the Sabre penalty kill. Do we have another delayed penalty against Marian here? Looks like we do, as Tallarico is heading to the bench. Bedlam here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly the penalty, but it looked like when Shields was trying to get to the bench, he took a shot off like a leg, a nice little
bit of a
tap
love
off.
tap.
Yeah, a little bit of a love tap. I don't know if that's the call, but it looks like just
Slashing.
as they were going by, and I think that is the call.
Slashing against Nick Cherkowski, so again, poor discipline. Trying to manage a 3-goal lead, and Marian giving up a lot of power plays to Adrian so far in this third. I feel like we've had power plays for the Bulldogs for the past 10 minutes or so.
Not just power play, it seems like 5-on-3.
5-on-3, you're
third
right.
separate 5-on-3 we've seen in this period alone.
So what do you know, 35 more seconds of 5-on-3. Adrian being handed these opportunities on a platter, and they keep the same power play unit out there. Those guys have to be tired. That group of Sam Ruffin, Hunter Wentz, Matu Spodniak, Jaden Shields, and tie ends. They've been out there for, what, 5 minutes now? But they win it back again. What do you know? Tie ends. Jaden Shields. Down low for Ruffin. Saucered over Matu Spodniak. Did Muse make the save? Couldn't tell from the angle. If he did, it was a phenomenal one. Back up top, Shields. Ends. Winds. What a save made by Colby Muse. His teammates Rondeau and Cherkowski are standing up in the box, cheering on their goaltender, who's played really well. It looked like that shot stung him a little bit. Bit of discomfort for Muse. Nonetheless, sliding across to make another big stop.
That was an absolute howitzer off the stick for the Bulldog. But yeah, Muse just once again.
Bulldogs win it back once again. 15 more seconds of 5-on-3 as it slid across. Didn't get through cleanly. Deflected by Quinn Mulder, but the Bulldogs keep it in. Shields for Ruffin. Sam Ruffin circling. Finds Jaden Shields. Rondeau out of the box. Joins the fray. Over for Tyens. It's 5-on-4 now. Hunter won a chance. Sam Ruffin the follow-up. And Colby Muse. My goodness. The goaltender standing on his head. So minute 19 more of power play time with 12:50 left in this third period. It's not over yet. Bulldogs are down 2, but we saw this actually in their home opener a couple of weeks ago. They were down for most of the game against Utica and came back to win an OT. Certainly a possibility here. And for the Sabres, they're going to have to do a better job managing their discipline here down the stretch. Redding played back for Austin Klein, who has helped off the ice recently. That was tipped in front by Summers. Good to see Klein back out there. Physical play has been the calling card of Marian. Summers down low. Pestered by Kleiner. That took an odd deflection off the skate of Redding. And Colby Muse was sealing the post. Otherwise, that puck may have trickled in.
I think that definitely caught Muse off guard, but luckily for him, he did have that far side post cleared off. Yeah, it definitely took an odd ricochet right to him.
I think that's why you preach positioning as a goaltending coach for moments like that where you don't know exactly where the puck is. Klein slides it over for Heinz. Back for Austin Klein. Ryan Patosha. Rink wide. Heinz. Oh, what a tip-in opportunity for Summers. Couldn't quite find it. Patosha. Heinz. Klein. 40 seconds left on the Bulldog power play as Heinz missed the net with that shot. Patosha back down low for Brad Summers. Kleiner looking to cut him off. Played back up top. Long shot from Klein. Knocked down in front. Blake Kleiner, his efforts have been admirable. He ran into the official while he was heading to the bench. Tallarico, who came in to replace Stewart in the second period, leaves it. And now Heinz with some steam. Zach Heinz looking to shake loose away from Rondeau. He'll return it back for Klein. Cherkowski about to get out of the box here. Played back for Spodniak. Huge blocker save. Colby Muse comes up big yet again. Spodniak looks skyward in frustration. Just a single second left and the penalty to Cherkowski. And Marian's penalty kill will stand strong after conceding the 5-on-3 goal a few moments ago.
I was about to say, Spodniak looking skyward, looking what else does he have to do to find the back of the Muse everywhere, continuing to be everywhere in the paint for Marian and keeping the Sabres up with that 2-goal lead. He's been stellar on this recent 5-on-3.
I think Spodniak unofficially has 6 or 7 shots in this game so far, but no goals yet. Muse again sliding over to make the save. I think with the way Muse is playing, tips and screens in front of the goaltender, right? You can't beat him with a pure shot the way he's been playing. So have to get some sort of redirect and some sort of deception. 12 versus 12 here, as winning it back is Churkowski in the face-off against Swade. Swade has it now. Turning forward, Spagnuolo can't control. Jacob Swade still with the puck. One-hander was wide. Marian looking to clear it out. Ice has been tilted in Adrian's favor, yet they trail. Spagnuolo the tip-in chance. 5-hole sealed up by Muse. Back out front. Swade fanned on the shot, still loose in the slot. Scooping it up here is Jack Sampson. He'll skate it out and play it in deep. Tallarico saw it all the way, gloves it. Ryder and Churkowski will come together. 10:53 left in the third. Bulldogs trail by 2. Trying to avert the crisis they've fallen into a bit here in this hockey game. Marian getting some good bounces for them in the first and second periods and really just making the most of their chances. And then Adrian, it feels like with all the power plays they've had, they've really taken over in the third, but still lots of work to do.
Yeah, and Colby Muse has done a great job in this third period because, like you mentioned, the ice has been tilted in Adrian's favor quite a bit in this third.
Muse has he's stopped 35 of the 37 shots he has faced. Pretty impressive. Adenier looking to work it up the wall. Instead, it's knee. Spencer played it between his legs, but only as far as Nobes. Katachuk. Down low for Nita Chase. Adenier gets there. Batted up for Wentz. Couldn't get it out. Turning forward, Moseman. Knee. Moseman again. Shot deflected off the chest of Tallarico. 3-on-2 if the Bulldogs hurry. Ends up the middle for Wentz. Trying to find it. Sends it across. That ramps up high in the air. And a good defensive play by Rondeau. Trying to knock it down. I think that's going to be a hand pass against the Sabre defenseman, but may have saved a goal as the puck was hovering above the Marian goal.
Yeah, a couple odd bounces. I don't think Muse knew where it was either. But yeah, very well may have saved a goal. I think you'd rather take the face-off in your own end.
Absolutely. That's just the commitment. You see the buy-in from this Marian team. Just hustling back was Rondeau, leaving it all out on the ice. Make that play. Summers wins it back cleanly. That skipped over the stick of Klein, diving back to keep it in, but only momentarily as it's taken back up by Adam Gnomes. Finds Ty Moiseman. Klein. Now Heinz. Light saucer for Summers, who knocks it forward to himself. And Bulldogs are in on the odd man rush. Summers trying to find Spodniak out front. Again, no passes have made it cleanly through the slot. Marian almost always getting a stick in the lane. And now that was Nobes' lane, or excuse me, that was Knee who leveled Austin Klein. Heinz is hit down low. 9:30 left in the game as Marian clears it out, but only as far as neutral ice. Quick up, back along for Summers. Spodniak down low onto the backhand. Had it pickpocketed from him. Net is off its moorings in the Marian end as Summers getting into it a bit there with Dante Fortner. 9:19 left. What do the Bulldogs need to do to get the puck past Muse again?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you got to get some bodies in front, hope for some deflections because the puck's got to be looking like a beach ball to him right now with how well he's seeing it. You're going to have to screen him, hope to try to find some deflections in front, get a couple fortunate bounces off the boards. But yeah, it seems like they've done everything right. A lot of these times, especially on those 5-on-3s, there's still nothing to get past him.
Adrian continues onwards on offense. A chance on the one-time drive from Wendt. Sticks in the lanes go a long way for Marian as well. Shots aren't getting through cleanly. Slows it down to help their goaltender out, Muse, so he can make the save. Ryder played it with a high stick, but Shields will have to touch up with Ritchie racing onwards. So this faceoff will be in the Adrian end. 8:56 left in the third period. Thank you for tuning in on Adrian College TV. Bulldogs are facing a tough test here. They're the #1 ranked team in the country. Marian is unranked, yet they are up 4-2 in this hockey game. Calvin Keys alongside Ryan Cuddy. Our director is Ashley Roeder, and our camera operators are Emma Corbett as well as Josiah Durrell. Emma Corbett, one of the members of the women's NCAA hockey team here at Adrian College. They'll be also taking on Marian this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. We'll have that for you as well here on ACTV. Redding shoots it in. Muse unable to handle it with the stick. Calgin has one of just 2 goals for the Bulldogs in this game. Came in the second period. Rondeau trying to find a way out. Puck makes its way to Simoneau. Marian will try the other direction. Lofted up ahead by Jack Sampson. Adenier has Cherkowski hot on his tail. Calgin takes a tough hit from behind. In some discomfort. Spencer weaving forwards, finds Calgin, who's going to head to the bench as he is shaken up. Patosha. Pass was too far behind Redding. Moving forward again is Sampson. He's hit by Klein. Tallarico wasn't able to play it. Here's Babiak. Oh, a poor turnover. Huge hit by Klein made on Quinn Mulder after the turnover by Babiak. Spagnuolo is pasted to the half wall by Pecchia. Sabres play it back in. Just a matter of killing time now if you're Marian University. Riley Murphy. Rink-wide pass for Dante Spagnuolo. Inside out on Pup. He's hit hard. Muse will cover. And Swade, his stick hit Muse in the helmet. Surprised that won't be a penalty. He was driving the net, rather. And I don't know if it was an intentional whack or not, but nonetheless, the blade of his stick hit Colby Muse square in the face. Another face-off in the Marian end. Summers will take this draw. Opposite of James Nee. Nee wins it back for Rondeau. Ryder sealing off the board. Spodniak bumped hard into the half wall. Puck will come free for Adam Nobes. Nobes looking to make his way around Jaden Shields. Shields gets a stick on the centering attempt. Summers carrying forward. Sabres able to keep it in. Babiak looked like he brought down, that was Nobes in the corner. Spodniak lost it. Heinz grabbed it, and that is offsides against Adrian College. Now these two teams will face off again tomorrow. I believe that'll be a 4 p.m. puck drop here on Adrian College TV. Always interesting. We'll see, depending on this, how this one ends, if Adrian will have some sort of a fire in their belly heading into tomorrow's game. But right now they've got 7 minutes to try and find 2 goals. Fortner grabs it, looking to center. Hauled down by Adenier. Adrian was on the verge of breaking the record for most consecutive games without a loss in regulation or overtime. Would have been the most in school history if they were able to secure this one. It would have been 35 straight, but right now sitting at 34, down 2 goals. Ruffin, shot fires in on Muse, who paddled it aside. And now a one-on-one opportunity. Here's Nault moving in on Spencer. Shot is wide of the goal. Enns picks it up. Light pass for Ruffin, who's just able to wedge it onwards. Ty Enns will pick up the loose biscuit. Spinning away from pressure. He finds Ruffin looking to cut in. Fanned on the shot. Cherkowski. Marian plays it back out. Out of reach of Cherkowski this time. Enns back in. Hard collision with Simoneau. Spodniak knocked over away from the puck by Sampson, and that's going to be another Marian penalty. Wow. Mateusz Spodniak knocked over behind the play as Enns and Simoneau tangled up away from the play. It's going to be interference against the Sabres alternate captain Jack Sampson. They have been all over Spodniak tonight, and this time Sampson caught in the act. Another power play. I'd like to see the penalty minute numbers against Marian once this game concludes.
And I think what Sampson was arguing, it looked like it was just incidental contact between the two, both going for the puck. But regardless, it gives Adrian a a big power play chance, and you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get left in this, so less than 6 minutes now. Still got to find those 2 goals to find the equalizer.
Sabres have a really, really good penalty kill, but I don't think their head coach would have wanted them to showcase it quite this much. Clay Van Dyke's team is trying to hold fast here as the puck came just outside the Marian blue line. Klein will open up and regroup with his team. Feeds for Patosha. Ryan Patosha crosses over the Sabre blue line. Sends it around the kick plate, and Rondeau will keep that puck's trajectory going all the way down ice. Clock ticking down in this hockey game. Right after this one ends, we'll have Adrian ACHA Men's Division I hockey as they take on Niagara University. Both of those teams are watching anxiously from the glass. They feel the tension in the building and the pure level of competition that's on display right now. Marian clears it out again. Talarico will leave it there for Ruffin. Looking for Spodniak. Matus Spodniak. The Slovakian sensation drops it off for Enns. Ty Enns opens up, fires a shot. That is swallowed up by Muse. No rebound yet again. Hunter Wentz was hovering around the blue paint, waiting for any sort of loose puck to present itself. 35 seconds left on the penalty against Marian. 4:39 left in this third period. Marian trying to pull off what would be an insane upset early on in the season, just their third game of the year. Referee was caught in the crossfire there as that puck was tied up. Spodniak is tangled up with Katachuk. Enns dropping down onto his knees to keep the puck in the O-zone. Clock ticking down on the Adrian power play. Sam Ruffin trying to shed pressure. Back for Ruffin again. Snapped over for Enns. Looked to send it out front. That was blocked, I believe, by Nault. Back up for Shields. Enns fires one. And Colby Muse, how did he hold on to that one? I don't know. Impressive. Putting on a stellar performance here at the Arrington Ice Arena. 39 saves so far. Shots 41-25 in Adrian's favor. Obviously, Marian's been good with the few offensive chances they have had, but you feel like Colby Muse, he's going to get some pats on the back if Marian can come away with this victory. Almost feels like he's single-handedly maintaining the Sabres' lead right now, as it's been all Adrian in this third period. Marian yet again able to kill off the penalty to Sampson. Ryder carries in. They go offsides. Referee rules that Brad Summers entered the zone before Terry Ryder. That's the kind of night it's been for Adrian, Cuddy.
Just missed opportunities. Had a good-looking rush there. Just barely offsides. Had a couple unfortunate bounces, but this Marian defense has also been forcing them into some mistakes with the pressure that they've been putting on.
Knee wins it back for Marcelliti. All the way down for Marian. Should be icing. Ryder will get there first. Back in the O-zone for the Bulldogs. You wonder, when are we going to see Talarico come out of the goal for 6 skaters for Adrian? Still a little bit of time left in this one. At this stage in the game, Bulldogs need to find one as soon as possible. For Marian, I think they're going to continue to do what they've done all night, which is clog up the middle of the ice and not allow clean shooting chances. Stick on stick is the mantra for Clay Van Dyke and the Marian Sabres. Ryder a long shot. That was well wide, but taking precautions is Muse, who covered it anyway. Line change coming for both sides here in the waning moments. These clubs will again face off tomorrow at 4 p.m. as we mentioned. And once more, we will have a doubleheader after this game concludes at 9:45, ACHA Men's Division I, Adrian taking on Niagara. And Talarico is going to head to the bench precisely at the moment that the puck was cleared out of the Marian zone. Could have been too many men potentially, as Spodniak was already out on the ice when Talarico was debating whether he wanted to go to the bench or not. That would have been a scene if he would have headed back into the net at the last moment. Ruffin went down. Now Wendt will go down. Maybe a bad patch of ice down there in the corner. And Sampson taking it now with the net empty for the Bulldogs. Enns will have to race back for this one. Snaps a feed for Hunter Wendt. Plays it in down low. Final 3 minutes of the hockey game. Marian University looking to ice it. Missed the wide open goal. It will be icing against the Sabres. Holding on for dear life after shots have been extremely tilted in Adrian's favor in this third period. A lot of that being attributed to all the penalties the Sabres have taken in the third. But you know what they say, the best penalty killer is your goaltender. And Colby Muse has been just that. Patosha taking the face-off against Czerkowski. Wins it back for Ryder. Shot through traffic. And no surprise here, no rebound from Muse.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen one or two rebounds that he's given up. It's been very few and far in between for Muse, and
yep,
he just continues to be the backbone for this Marian team tonight.
Rinse and repeat for the Nova Scotian. Again, just a pile-up at the face-off dot. Both teams fighting fiercely to try to win the puck backwards. Rimmed around for Summers. Trying to usher it net front. Back up top for Ryder. Spencer. Back for Ryder. 6-on-5 right now with the net empty for Adrian as Patosha sent it across the slot. Spencer snaps a pass for Heinz. Summers out front. He'll be cut off. Colby Muse covers with 2:26 left in the game. Bulldogs get more fresh bodies on the ice. Marian University looking to close out the win and improve to 2-1 on the season. Ruffin will take the draw against Nee. They win it back. Shields with it. Long shot. That's loose in the slot. Marian clears. And a high stick against Klein. This is a disastrous turn of events because Tallarico will have to head back onto the ice and the faceoff will be in Adrian's own zone. So with limited time left, it'll probably take them a while to get back up ice and get their goaltender out of the net once more.
Exactly. Not at all what you wanted to see for Adrian College. And yeah, it might take, depending on how this faceoff goes. Yeah, I mean, the first thing is you got to win this faceoff and then be able to clear your defensive zone if you're Adrian College. Just first and foremost to be able to get Tallarico back to the bench. Marian wins this draw, though. I expect them to maybe even drop out of the zone, just kill off as much time as they can.
Played into the middle, Moisman into the netting, and then good eye hand from Tallarico there in the aftermath. Should be another face-off in the Bulldog zone with 2:07 left. This is exactly what Marian wants in this scenario, just control it in the O-zone for as long as possible. You know what they say, the best defense is a good offense. They've been spending a lot of time in their own zone, so this is probably a welcome occurrence for the Sabres. One back by Adrian. Austin Klein has it. Saucers for Spodniak. Spodniak cutting up the middle. Now up the far side. The Slovak sends in a backhander. Muse sealing off the post. Here's Shields. Finds Wendt. Puck slides by Ruffin. Marian able to clear. Took a deflection off of Enns. Shields will race back with Czerkowski on his tail. Backhands over for Enns with a $1:35 left in the hockey game. Marian up 4-2, and they turn it over. A chance. And Klein stooping down low to block it. Net empty for the Bulldogs. What a save by Ty Enns, but it eventually will go in, and that should seal it. Marian University will pull off the upset as Jack Sampson puts it in the empty net.
Yeah, it was a sloppy turnover. One too many that we've seen tonight for Adrian College in their own zone. Obviously, with the empty net, you're on full-on desperation mode.
And Ty Enns is going to head to the showers early. I think he was just ejected, said something to the ref. You have to admire his effort dropping down there to make that save. Almost looked like a goaltender, but
closed down the 5-hole for a moment, but obviously not able to freeze the puck. Not really anything else he could do there.
And it looks like Heinz is going to serve the penalty against Adrian. Unbelievable for Marian, taking down the #1 ranked team in the land, and they'll break the 34-game unbeaten streak for Adrian. They had 31 straight wins last season. What's going on now?
I think there's some confusion on who's going to be on the ice for Marian.
I think they tried to make a late change, possibly. Minute 20, all that's left, and this one is pretty much a foregone conclusion. Marian making the trip from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. The good news for Adrian is that they'll have another shot at them tomorrow afternoon. Played down. Muse leaves it with the paddle. Sent rink wide. Here is Mason Ritchie. Carries in, plays it into the far corner. Jacob Swade over for Spencer. What has been a complete team effort with a lot of help from their goaltender, Colby Muse. Bulldogs trying to play it out as it's taken here. Can they find a sixth? Cutting out in front was Fortner. Angled to the end boards by Spagnuolo as we're in the final minute of the hockey game. Both teams digging away at it. Taken by Ritchie. Katachuk stepping up for it. Ritchie again on the near wall. Shoots one that is well wide. It'll be kept in by Rondeau. Fortner down low here for Noltz. Marian on a power play here as Enns was ejected. Heinz serving the penalty in the box. 10 seconds left. Can Marian find another goal? They're banging away at it out front. Tallarico trying to find it and cover. Looks like they'll let the clock run here, and Marian University pulls off an upset for the ages. They were unranked coming into this game, took down the #1 Adrian College Bulldogs, and they'll celebrate with their goaltender, Colby Muse, who, in my mind, deserves every bit of those congratulations.
Yeah, Colby Muse, one of the best players on the ice, if not the best player on the ice tonight. 43 shots faced, 41 saves, and a whole lot of attention was towards him in that third period. I think there was 3 separate 5-on-3s that Marian had to face, as well as a couple more 5-on-4 opportunities that Adrian had. And Muse came up very strong. And yeah, as a whole team effort for Marian on the defensive end, very physical. Didn't give Adrian Adrian's offensive skill players a whole lot of room to work with, or a whole lot of freedom in the ice. They were very physical, played the body quite a bit, and yeah, Marian, they came in and they were ready to play, and like you mentioned, a huge upset here inside the Arrington.
Marian University takes it against Adrian College 5-2, and with that we say thank you for joining us on behalf of our entire crew. I'm Calvin Keys. Have a great Friday night.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.